As you're aware, we've been interviewing applicants for the position that we have available for 2 patrolmen in the police department. We received approximately 28 applications, which is well below what we would normally receive. We advertised publicly for over a month, to get applications in. And we had a rather low response rate, which quite frankly is consistent with what other law enforcement agencies are seeing right now across the state that are soliciting applications. There seems to be a dramatic decrease in interest of law enforcement positions right now. In any event, we proceeded with the applicants that we received. We narrowed it down to 6 candidates at our committee interview last week. Dr. Hammond was there, Tom was present, and I was present. The applicants that we interviewed were passed on to us by the police department oral review board that consisted of our 2 lieutenants and the detective sergeant, who went through a list of 10 applicants that Tom and I decided were the most appropriate, sent it to the board reviewed them, interviewed the applicants, and sent us the finalists. We interviewed them, and that's the list that we have today. We're confident that the applicants, at least the top 3 applicants that we've selected, would be a really good fit for the police department. And then we have 3 other applicants in reserve in case we get that far down the list, where we have to start to consider alternate applicants that we would like to have appointed. So I think I'll leave it to Tom now if he wants to go over it, review anything I've left out, and make a formal recommendation on the committee. And Dr. Hammond is here as well.
Yeah, so the what we are seeking is your approval to work from this list, and we will work in order without getting into discussion of any individual candidate. There is one that is somewhat of a veteran in another municipality. So the real, besides asking you to vote on this list and authorizing us to make contingent offers pending your final approval, we just wanted to get council's feel for the possibility of negotiating with that veteran elsewhere and bringing the individual in at a grade 5, which is substantially lower than what he's making now, but we'd be comfortable starting there.
Tom, should that be done in closed session?
Well, I'm not naming any individuals, so
okay. Okay.
So it's really more of a policy decision.
Got it.
Unless council and Jack, you agree, wants to have a discussion on that person.
Well, if you can discuss even the details further, I think we should go into closed session to discuss it.
I mean, my opinion, Tom, I trust you and the chief to make the best decision for the borough on this. So I'll defer to your expertise.
I agree.
Well, I think the reason for the discussion, and we had a lengthy interview process. We interviewed for over 3.5 hours, and each of the interviews actually went longer than we anticipated because we were really diving into it. But this one candidate's going to require entry at perhaps a higher cost level than we might. I think that's what's worth of the discussion. Not specific salary, but that we're going to have to offer him something perhaps more than that we have budgeted for.
As far as budget goes, we're fine. So I just wanted to answer that question. Yeah, we reviewed that with the finance department, and we can handle what's being recommended.
Okay, that wasn't clear at the night when we interviewed. Then, okay, good.
Yes.
Okay. Would someone like to move the resolution 21-169?
I'll move for the resolution 21-169 to accept the rank order for that the interview committee had for the police hiring.
Yeah,
I will.
Authorizing the conditional offers of employment. So that's what we're doing here.
I don't have that in front of me. Whatever the specific language is quoted.
Whatever it says, right? Right.
Yeah. And we had a second.
Second, yeah, I think we did. Yeah.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Hammond? Sorry, I didn't hear that. Mr. Hammond?
Said yes.
Yes, I'm sorry. Okay. Mr. Marino?
Yes.
Ms. McCready?
Yes.
Mr. McQueen,
Yes.
All right, so the next item of business, we do not have a request from Heartworks. At this point, they're not going to do the banner. Is that what I understand?
Yes, the request would be to allow them to post signs, like a few lawn signs, and maybe a sandwich board sign at the fire department or the municipal building, whatever works best, to advertise a 9/11 event in Bedminster on September 10th. And so the request would be permission for them to do that. Making sure there's no site distance issues or anything like that.
Anyone have a problem with that?
No, and I think
No.
we granted that authority to bridge boards and temporary signs. So I'm fine with it if we need to vote on it here, but
I think the only difference is that they're not a Bernardsville
Right, that's right.
nonprofit, but they do service our town, serve our residents. So I think, that's what we decided when we did the Galloway event, Galloway
That's right.
train.
That's right.
Yeah.
I think consensus is sufficient. I don't think you need to vote, just as long as
Okay.
Anthony puts in the minutes.
I think it's a good gesture.
Yeah. The other request, is someone here from Community in Crisis? I can't see.
Yes.
Is
Yes.
that Andy?
Yeah.
Okay, which technically will be in our open session. So, Andy, you have the floor.
Oh, thank you very much. Good afternoon. My name is Andy Williams. I'm the Executive Director of Community in Crisis, which is a Bernardsville-based not-for-profit helping with substance use prevention, education, and more. I'm here today to ask the request permission of the council to actually tie purple ribbons around town in Bernardsville. It's a finite period of time. It would be from August the 31st, which is National Overdose Awareness Day, through to September the 30th. September is, the whole month is designated as the month of recovery. Purple is the color of recovery. That's how it's recognized. And it's part of an initiative that we launched last year called Turn New Jersey Purple. And it's multifold purpose. It raises awareness about the dangers of drugs and overdose. It honors those lost to overdose, and it also celebrates those in recovery during the month of September. We have numerous partners already on board with us from the Basking Ridge area and Bernardsville, including churches and some bricks and mortar locations. We're still in talks with other locations. And we engage volunteers like Girl and Boy Scouts to tie the ribbons around town. We're very diligent about bringing them down on the date that we promise. And we'd be very grateful for the council's permission to be able to do this, to basically just do as much as we can to highlight the issue and celebrate the recovery of others.
Thank you, Andy. Any comments? Anybody? I love the purple lights. That was great last year. It gets the attention.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sounds like you have it well organized. And as someone who's done projects like that, you have people putting them up and then you have people taking them down. Sounds like a great endeavor.
Thank you.
Yeah, and I think you just need to probably check with Jeff Price as to where you can and can't put ribbons.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, I'm in touch with Jeff, actually, so I will double check with him.
Great. Everybody okay with that? We're going to turn burn purple.
Absolutely. Thank you, Andy, for all you guys in the Community in Crisis does.
Yes, we are so happy to have you in our town, honestly.
Well, that's wonderful. A lot of what we do would not be possible without this amazing support we get from you all. So we're very, very grateful. Thank you.
Thanks, Andy. I think that's it for today. Yes? Do you have a motion to adjourn?
Make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
We're good.
Thank you, everybody, for taking time out of your day to get
Yeah.
this done. It's a horse race here. We have to grab onto these applicants before somebody else does, so we appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you very much. And Jeff, thank you for spending the evening with us last Thursday.
It was good. I think it was important work.
Good luck.